Okay, I'm starting my Renogy 200w Shadowflux solar panel installation. And I bought these EcoWorthy brand tilt mounts because I want to be able, the Renogy panels are 30 by 50, so I'm installing two of them side by side. So I want to be able to lift them up to be able to get up and walk around on the roof. So I want to use these tilt mounts to mount them on so they can easily be tilted up. This is the leg, so when you tilt it up, you can use this to hold it at any angle, or, you know, up higher like this. So let's get on with it. Now, lots of hardware comes with these EcoWorthy aluminum tilt mounts, and I've got them put on my panel. Now, like I said, this panel is 50 inches, so these brackets are just a tad short, but that's fine. That'll be plenty of support. And as you can see, holes do line up, so that's great. And then when I want to tilt it up, then it'll just tilt up and it'll be able to stand up on the roof. And then I'll be able to walk around it. It won't take up all my roof space. And this side, I've already marked with a B, it will be going on the roof. And I'm going to use my VHB 5952 VHB tape and a Turnabond tape method to stick it on the roof. Okay, as I said, they give you hardware for these aluminum brackets. And they give you this wrench for the end. This is 13 millimeter for the nut. 13 millimeter for this nut. However, I always think these heads are small given the hole that they sit in. I mean, they just don't have a lot of head attachment. So I'm actually adding 5/16. I'm actually adding 5/16 washers to this, so it gives it a lot more. It spreads out the stress more over the aluminum piece. And I'm going with 3 screws down the length of the panel. As I said, this is 50 inches long, so 3 bolts holding the aluminum bracket to the panel frame should be plenty to hold it in place. There is a small hole already in the center. I don't really have any holes in the center of the panel, but like I said, I want to put 3 bolts along here, so I think I am going to drill this out to accommodate this bolt. And I think these are 5/16, so I'm going to drill that out, and then I'll have spaces for all 3 bolts. If I didn't mention it before, I used a step bit to drill out this center hole so I could use it with my tilt bar. Okay, so that leg is on that side of the solar panel. So I'll just do the other ones and keep on going. Now I am redesigning the leg, the support leg, when you open it up, but I'll show you that when I get to that part. Okay, I used 3M adhesive promoter. I'm using 3/4 inch wide 5952 VHB tape, and I've run it now on both edges of my panel. I just went with 3/4 inch tape because there's no reason paying for tape to go over this whole panel when most of it are cutouts. So I just wanted the tape to be on the most solid part of the rail. And then, as I said, I'm going to go over the top of it when it's laying on the roof with Eternabond tape. I think I'm going to use 1.5 inch, but you'll see when I do it. So between the VHB tape and all this surface area, I mean, you probably could just go with the VHB tape because this is a lot of surface area that's being stuck down to the roof, so it'll probably stay by itself. But I always like to use a redundant level of adhesion, and that's why I use the Eternabond tape over this as well. So this panel is done, and I'll keep going with my next panel. Here's the spec for the Renogy panel. As you can see, it's a lot higher voltage, which is great for maximizing charging during the day, all day, starting in the morning, early in the morning and late in the afternoon. Because your solar controller only needs about 18.5 to 19 volts to begin bulk battery charging. So it's much easier for a high voltage panel to reach that. And I'm going to be putting these in parallel, so I can't wait to see how these perform and if they meet their rating or meet the manufacturer's claim that they can produce 25% more power than their rating. Now, to secure the leg of the tilt mount, I'm using a taper-headed screw. And the reason I picked a taper-headed screw is I wanted to make sure there was some play because I want this leg to swivel back and forth freely, so it automatically drops down when you lift the panel up. And then to secure it, I used 2 nuts. So I tightened the first nut to the looseness of the leg, you know, the rotation, the swivel of the leg that I wanted. I want it to be loose and free. So I just tightened it till I got the tension basically that I wanted. And then while holding the first nut in place, I screwed on the second nut. And, you know, I have to have a wrench holding the first nut. And then the second nut, I used a socket and I tightened the second nut against the first nut. So basically that locks that into place. And now the leg can just freely move. So then when I lift it up, it just lands, and that's, you know, and then I don't have to worry about securing it. Okay, I have my legs attached now. So when I lift it up, they come down, and they support the panel. So that's great. That's just how I wanted it. So now I can raise my panels when I'm on the roof, and then that gives me plenty of space to get under them and clean them and be able to walk around, because these panels are going to take every bit of space that I have on the back of my roof. And then to put the panels down, I just let this panel, basically I let this panel rest on my back, and then I push each leg in until the legs get to a position where they can slide. And then it just comes down. And closes up. And there you have it. So, of course, it'll work better once I get the legs, the bottoms actually stuck to the roof in the correct positions. And then the panel will come up and down. Now, one thing, now the EcoWorthy tilt panels came with these things that are gonna, that would go in here, but they came with wing nuts, and I don't want to have to be screwing and unscrewing this thing off and on every time I want to raise a panel. So I bought these. It's called a press. Basically, it's a press latch, and it has these little balls that go in and out. So then you can put them. I think I might need 2 hands. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to need 2 hands because I've got to lift. But anyway, you push the button and those little balls go in. Okay, so now with the little balls in place, I probably can't see that, in place on the other side, this is very secure. But then when I want to release the panels, I just press this button and pull this out. And then I can do what I want with the panel. So, and so then I'm going to screw it in with a little screw right there. This keeps it so you don't lose it. So I'm going to use one of those on each side to keep my panel secure, when you're traveling, but then it makes it very easy for me to just pop those out and lift up the panel when I need to. And I'll put the description for these, put the link for these in the description. If you click on the title of the video, of my video while you're watching, it opens up the description and you'll find my links to everything. Okay, so to attach this, I'm going to use a little 11mm bolt and a silicone locking nut. And I'm going to put the head of the nut on the inside because there's a gap when the leg comes down. So I want the smallest part sticking out so I don't have to have an even bigger gap. And I'm actually going to put this further down this way, down the leg, so I can use it whether I'm securing the panels or if I want to secure the leg. So I'll get on with that. This allows the other leg to come down and this head to be within the gap that's already existing. Now I put this bolt down here because I want to be able to swing this clip around and use it down here with the leg to secure it if I need to do that as well. I'll do another video that shows my solar panel wiring and installation on my Unity.